Hey there, Pisces, and welcome to Barneco Tarot. I am here with your December 2020 Astro and Tarot General Forecast for December 2020, as I already said. So, anyways, you're the last of 12 very, very long reports because December is a doozy, big time. And I know I'm tired. And it's just the 13th. Tomorrow's the 14th. But we'll get to that in a second. I'm going to be providing you with the Astro energies generally for December. Hitting generally 3 events now that we've entered into eclipse season. Then I'll be doing a tarot reading. I will also be doing a sample mini relationship diagnostic, along with pulling a couple of cards for your career and finance life, and an oracle card at the end. What I'm also offering, Pisces, is an extended reading. So I will take the tarot and the other cards so far and then go in a little deeper, so that if you find that this reading is resonating with you, you can follow me to Patreon, and the link is just down below, and continue watching from there. With a subscription, you get access to not only your sign, but all signs extended readings. And while there isn't a whole lot there just yet, there will be very soon. So let's get to your astrology. So Pisces, we've got 3 events. One of them is already passed. That one is November 30th. So November 30th, we had a full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini. And for you, well, it was probably a bit of a tough time. Challenging, at any rate. You may have felt out of your comfort zone with things having to do with property agreements, or some sort of new space or new environment that you are either pursuing or have just landed in. Because of the energies right now, like just in me producing these videos for this report, it's felt like a Mercury retrograde on steroids. So I would definitely triple check any documents that you are dealing with around this for at least the next month and a half. So the second event is on December 14th, which is actually tomorrow. And what this may bring you, Pisces, is unexpected events in your career, but you're going to have to go with your gut on it as to whether it's something that you have faith in yourself about. This is kind of a bit of a test for you that you're definitely going to ace. But I think that it's very much tied to your intuition and how much you trust your own intuition, how much you trust your own instincts. By the time you get to the next event, which is December 21st, that's our solstice. But it's also the date of something which I'm sure you've heard about by now, because everybody's talking about it, is the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. So, this is something that, that alignments will happen in these cycles in 20 years, but also this one is like 800-year cycle, part of an 800-year cycle. So what that's actually going to do for you is this is going to be about a very deep soul cleansing. So, you're going to be releasing a lot of grief, a lot of sorrow, deep core wounds. It's more about the expression. So prepare yourself for a lot of ugly cries around Christmas. Probably between Christmas and New Year's, you could be, a hot mess. Because when we get to December 30th, I don't have all the information for that just yet, but we do have a solar, is it a solar or lunar eclipse in Cancer? So, and that's going to be actually part of closing, kind of the final button in closing up patterns that we're leaving behind permanently at this particular gateway. So that's enough of the astrology, Pisces. Let's get to your cards. So we're going to do the tarot first with my Klimt deck. And I'm going to pull 9 cards, so that's looking good. The Ten of Pentacles slipped out. We're going to pull 9 cards to kind of take a look at the past, present, and future surface, and what's happening with you and the hidden forces behind things. So, yeah, there we go. For Pisces for December 2020, please. Oh. So, you know, I noticed just from the cards, it's like, you know, there's a few little kind of things in chaos, but, you know, you've got this. You know, every once in a while you feel like it's kind of falling out of your hands, but no, you're good. You're steady. All right, so Pisces, your surrounding energies are, of course, the High Priestess. Okay, your gut, your intuition, your instinct. Do you trust it, Pisces? Because that's what the universe is going to be asking you in December. Do you trust your intuition? Center of your reading is the Two of Cups. So this is about a very close, you know, intimate relationship. You know, whether it's a romantic partner or someone in your family or a super close friend. That's what you're focused on. So, you know, I mean, in the past, the dream come true. You know, you're looking around, Knight of Pentacles, you know, you're looking around and, you know, yeah, like this is where I want to be. But at the same time, you've had to carry a significant burden up until this point. And, you know, you really don't, like, you don't talk about it very much. So, you know, around you, there's definitely a new beginning that is right in front of you. In terms of love, and you are in the manifestation phase of that. This is what's marinating inside. And the truth, you know, of your new beginning in truth even. And there's a much more balanced sense of give and take. You know, you also could be a mentor to someone. At the bottom of your reading, I have the King of Pentacles. So this could be an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. And, but it also could be you feeling pretty grounded. You know, that it's not a burden anymore, because there's a magical transformation. You have transmuted the situation into something completely different. And, you know, there's a give and take. You know, there could be a Taurus. In this situation as well. But yeah, and did I also mention that, you know, the High Priestess is you as Pisces. So isn't that a beautiful card? Can you see all the beautiful color on that? Stunning cards. And, you know, if there's been any challenges, it's been because the quarantine lockdown thing, but because you've kept your cool, or because maybe, you know, there's a Sagittarius involved and they've kept things light and fun and kept things moving. And it's bringing you in a new direction where you're feeling truly inspired. Again, there's, you know, that's 3 aces on the table. You know? So, yeah, you know, if you are feeling emotional, you know, at this point, like over the next few days, you know, this is all part of how you're manifesting a completely new beginning. So I'm going to pull one Rider-Waite mini card per column, just a little bit of clarification before I move on to the relationship. Get just a little bit more insight in terms of advice for Pisces. Yeah, you're definitely looking forward and at new horizons. And, you know, things are coming. You know, you're waiting for your ships to come in. So, yeah, in the past, Moon, Pisces, you as well. So, you know, you've been, you know, marinating. And, you know, whoever it is that you're with right now, Pisces, they're definitely your soulmate. You know, you've got the 6 cups on top of the 2 of cups, you know. And nobody's walking away. You know, the gang's still very much all in. And, you know, if there has been an imbalance, you know, there might be a little spat. You know, but nothing serious. Because ultimately, you know, everybody's a little cranky right now because nobody likes dropping things that they're attached to. You know, it's really simple. You know, you can check out Aquarius, you know, and they are kind of, you know, the ones who are really on the front lines of being the first to let go of things that are no longer good for them. You know? So here we go. Let's pull a couple of cards from my love deck. And here we're looking at you. And we're going to pull a card for your partner over here. And a card for the relationship. And we'll see where you're at, Pisces. All right. And the energy surrounding your relationship is beauty. Of course. You know? Somebody thinks you're beautiful. You know? Or you may just be like so infatuated, but in a really nice way, you know? Like that you're really seeing the beauty in your partner. You know? So that's lovely. So, yeah. So, Pisces, this is, you know, your wound that you're having to deal with right now, feeling unwanted. You know, join the party. You know, you're not alone in this. And the person that you're with is having trouble with receiving. You know, we all have, you know, that's what they're healing with you. And what you're healing with them is your feelings of, you know, abandonment. Well, good for you. You got lust. Your relationship. You know, maybe the sex is really good. I mean, it is quarantine time, right? What else are you going to do? But, you know, you probably should do a little bit of communication around your pain. 'Tis the season to get emotional, and you're not going to have a choice, I don't think, my sweet Pisces, because it is all about chasing away the pain, the fear, and any latent feelings of jealousy that may be lingering around your relationship, because the sex is too good to keep holding on to this stuff, okay? Like, Your intimate connection is to, like, why bother? If this is an illusion, it's just fears. Look at the center card here. Like, look at that. Okay? It's a shadow. That's all it is. It's illusion. And Neptune is your ruler, and Neptune is up to stuff. I'm sorry that I don't have more details on that, but please feel free to look that up as to how Neptune might be affecting your perspective of things right now. You know? So yeah. So we went actually pretty deep into that one, and we will go deeper in the extended. So I'll put that aside. And yeah, let's take a look at your career and finance. So Pisces, this is one of my prize decks. In fact, it's my favorite, and it is very rare. It is Marshall McLuhan's Distant Early Warning deck, and I plan to use this in a number of different ways in the future. But at any rate, I'm not going to bother interpreting this too much because I'm still learning cartomancy. This is a regular playing deck of cards. But Marshall put little quotes on each one of them. They're a little abstract, but for what it's worth, to you, this may have some sort of resonance. So we have Fulton Steamboat anticipated the miniskirt. We don't have to wait for the wind anymore. Well, look at who's cheeky. So, yeah, you know, there's definitely some sexy vibes going on for you. Very flirtatious. How that applies to your career is definitely up to you. So, let's see here. Okay, we've got one. Ooh, the moon. So, yeah, I'm thinking that around these moon cycles, these are going to be very significant for you. You know? And if you are feeling like you're lacking for information regarding any decisions you may need to make around career, you would be absolutely correct, and that feeds into the instinct part. You don't have all the information yet. It's like cogs in a wheel. This needs to happen before this happens, before this happens, before this happens. So that's the kind of thing that this eclipse cycle is unfolding. That's how events are unfolding for us all. So, Pisces, this is the last card that I will be reading for this YouTube. This is my favorite deck, for Oracle deck, the Oracle of E. But like I said, I'll be going deeper, and in the extended reading, I'm also going to do a whole new spread with the Lenormand deck for a long-term outlook from December's perspective. So, look at you, brand spanking new. And that's exactly, what we're all facing is an entirely new book on the bookshelf of our life. So, Pisces, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your support. If you did find that this reading resonated with you, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, all the above. Check out my Patreon site, and definitely stay tuned for more. Thanks again.